Hello. Good day. I hope it is. Tea, and then I'm going to start cooking, okay?
Sure.
Sips. Mm, good stuff. Tea. My mom made coffee. I like my coffee. I wonder where coffee for the very first time. Drinking coffee that long. I've been drinking, I think it's because I haven't been working really. I began drinking more coffees since my accident. I didn't do it purposefully. I was not suicidal. I was not psychotic. I was not paranoid. Nothing. I wasn't aggravated. I was not agitated, aggressive. None of that. I was not anything aggressive, not agitated. It was just an accident. And yes, I did hit my head. I hit practically any. I hit that and I hit my head. I can swear when I woke up. And I remember them IVs and everything, they were putting stuff in me and the pain. Oh, and I was skinny as anything. God awful skinny, skinnier than God awful. Oh, it was awful. I weighed less than 60 pounds, and the height of me, adult, took a while for me to gain my weight back. It's hopefully never coming off again. This is nice and attached, reattached. I've been lucky that way. When I had the last incident before the bus accident, I went down and I think I landed on it this way. My whole, it took the whole impact instead of my face, my head, and it all the way up to here. Oh, here, the pain. And anyone and everyone showed that I didn't break anything, lied. And that it was a straight cut, lied. That wasn't my x rays. My x rays have it that it's never been a straight cut. Bang. Glad it was my hand though instead of my face. My head was June 5. It happened in June 6. And then when I went to get cast off, the staff was like, we can't find the break. I'm like, well, you're not looking at the right x ray. And it's never felt right ever since. They put some stupid brace thing on. It was too small, extra small, petite. I mean, it was swollen and painful, and they put extra small and expected me to wear extra small the size of me. I'm an adult, and I'm over 5'5" tall. There's no way that's extra small, petite. So I had to go elsewhere again, and I got extra large. And I don't wear it very because it was painful because it was really a wallop I took. I should have kept. Some other people said they should have just changed the cast and put another cast on. Kept it on for a longer period of time. And I'm like, yes. And possibly I should have did something with this one because this one took some impact too. And my knees, they didn't care about my knees. They never care about my knees. They're like, oh, it's pre-existing. You can return to your family doctor. You can go to your doctor about that. How is it pre-existing when I just had it happen and it's a new wounds, new injuries? That's all. This is not pre-existing. It just happened. I reported patients' relations. That nurse, those nurses, those doctors, and the ER or endo triage should, can, could, may, must, need fired and or arrested and judiciary punished. Attempted manslaughter, attempted murder. I don't care who I am. I really truly don't. It doesn't matter who. They should never have did that. They should have given me more health care. They could have even admitted me about my knees and given me physiotherapy in there and checked for blood clots and everything like they were instructed to did when I was conscious. And were they on my social media, the internet? Internet Wi-Fi's, internet trolling, and didn't give me health care. They most definitely should, can, could, may, must, and need. Those hospitals unemployed them there, fired them long ago. And I hope I get better. Are we ever patients there ever more? We get better and greater health cares. I mean, this is my need now. That's my left one. That was the worst one. And right around here, there's blood coming out. It's still pretty. It's not pretty. It's not. It's still rather swollen. Before June 5, I did have somebody when it was uh, May 2. I believe somebody was coming in to wash my hairs for me. It was really good of them. They had somebody because I couldn't get out. I was just too weak to go to even a hair salon. I couldn't even wash my own hairs. It was either that time or in March. And I like my privacy. I'd rather do it myself. And uh, can I not wash my hairs? Even today, can I not wash my hairs myself if I'm just feeling that way? For $35 or $40, I can go somewhere and somebody else can professionally wash it. It doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to get cleaned. With and or without them wearing latex gloves. I don't care if they wear gloves, I'm not offended. I just need somebody. My mom can't do it. My mom's hers won't do it. I try. I just don't like putting my neck back. It hurts. Painful. Since June 5. There's something out on my balcony that I didn't put there. I don't know how it got there. Maybe I'll show you in a little while. I was like, been looking out, enjoying the view beyond my balcony. And I'm like, that doesn't look like my garbage. It looks like somebody's garbage from next door or another balcony above. Or they threw it over. It's litter. I don't know. It doesn't look like anything that's mine. I'm not going to. I was going to put out a cushion on one of my chairs out there. Maybe Christmas Eve I was going to have a hot chocolate or coffee. Possibly coffee instead because I don't have chocolate very often unless it's medicinical. Which I have been doing since this originally happened. And I've had more than one cat. We have had more. This one, oh, he was my friend. The only friend I ever wanted at home. I mean, I have my parent, my mother, of course. But that fur baby was just a friend that was so different, special, unique. And I didn't know cats could talk like that, Barry. I knew parakeets could talk, carry on conversations. They really could. I didn't know. I didn't pay attention. When that one spoke, that was special. That was unique. And when my cat showed signs of fears, aggressions, agitations, and veterinarian health care questioned it and asked if I had a boyfriend. And I said no. And he was frightened of somebody. My cat was afraid of somebody. And it wasn't a cactus, it wasn't my plant. Somebody frightened my cat. And real law enforcement isn't that they didn't. You know, anybody and everybody that showed and told that us Bellises gave them permissions, like we gave them consents. Us Bellises gave them permissions, us Bellises gave them consents. Those other people should, can, could, may, must, and need be. Not lawful, not legal, not sane, not competent, not employable. All about, all to, all about, and all about, all to, and all about us Bellises. That's not true. That's slander and defamation. Us Bellises did not give them permission. Us Bellises did not give them consent themselves, not lawful, not legal, not sane, not competent, not employable, all about, all to, all about, and all about, all to, and all about us balances. All should, can, could, may, must, need, show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells, all happened to us, all happened as, and all evidence, all that evidence. I don't know what's out there on my balcony. It's disturbing. I cleared it all up. I thought there was a bag of garbage out there, but that doesn't look like mine. I don't know what it is. I saw earlier today I have like 59 subscribers. I hope more subscribers come here where I'm going to be doing most of my coffee times. I'm going to take you into my kitchen soon. And you can watch me making breakfast, I suppose. I'll get everything ready and you can keep me company. Won't be doing any Martha Stewart kind of cooking and or Julia Child cooking. It's just completely a simple, cozy kitchen witchery cooking, bacon and eggs. And Christmas Eve and or Christmas Day, I want some beans on toast. I want a piece of bread toasted. Less than a cup of beans, I suppose. I like the sauce. Sprinkle. The beans are hot. Some either plant-based, vegan, village vegan cheese and or real cheddar cheese sprinkled, or the marble stuff sprinkled on top. And that'll be a good treat. Haven't had that in a while. And then there's 1 or 2 scrambled eggs on the side each. With and or without some more raw avocado. And did you know that it's not lawful, not legal, that security guards, parking and lobby, and alleged concierges, and alleged property managers, and alleged site administrators, any stalkers, all stalkers that were to, at, on, and out from and by any condominiums, any corporations, any apartments, anything, had meetings with the staff there from elsewhere. That's not allowed. That's trespassing. That's more harassment and bullying us. That's hating. That's jealous. That's violence. That's violent. That's predatory, resentful. That's racist, bigot, discriminatory, discrimination, prejudice, prejudges, internet trolling, cyber stalking, especially off and on and off the internet. And the fact that we haven't always been showed and told that has happened, yet we've witnessed them in our neighborhood, Bellis's neighborhood, and asked, why weren't the police contacted? Instead of siding with them, allegedly, they should have, those alleged staff should, can, could, may, must, and need reported it. All those other people to police and judicially punish them accordingly. I didn't want to know them. Asbellises did not want to know them. And they tried, convinced my mother they were friends, acquaintances, exes, and not only of us Bellises when my father alive and his parents alive. They really tried to convince us and her. And then sometimes, I'm not going to mention names, one and more other persons questioned why we were with them and how they knew us, and they were like, "You don't. They're not who they. You shouldn't be there. They're stalkers." That's not the exact words exactly, although, and I've tried to show and tell my mom, stop. And one of the babysitters and troublemakers, Eglinton and Highway 10 veterinarians, the staff there, babysitted my pussycat Rudy Noel. And then, because something happened and they didn't want to report it to police accordingly, they lied it was us Bellises. They lied it was us, and it's not us. It was either them and or somebody else veterinarian, and there was another person. There was other people in here and where we lived before, other people that did not have Asbellis's consents and Asbellis's permission came in here and did that. We didn't get notices of entry. I didn't get notices of entry all times, and nobody should, can, could, may, must, and need to add on, in, out, from, and by here and elsewhere we lived. 11 p.m. to and during, all before, all during, all later, and all since 11 p.m. to and during 11 a.m. and 11 a.m. to and during 11 p.m. All those entries without notices of entries, all trespassed here. All of them, including on Bow Beaches Boulevard. All that was all trespasses other people did. And when they showed and told it was me and or my mom, when they showed and told it was me, I was one of the owners. I'm related. I'm next of kin, not them. They abused my mom and I. They were the abusers, all about, you know, they hurt, harmed physically, mentally, and emotionally as well as this. All historical, all histories, all geographical, all geographies, all financial, all financially. My parents, my parents' parents, my parents' parents' parents, and my parents' 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 parents, and all animals, all botany, and all pets, all fur babies, and myself as Bellises. Securities, cameras, all on, all witnessed all that. I was wakened earlier this morning. I needed to use my facilities, and alleged coyotes sighted in this residential neighborhood. So I had to look at my windows. I was like, no, to have a sighting. I know it's a bit late in the year. I didn't really see any. I couldn't find. Sort of disappointing. I'll go maybe next time because it's really, you know, good. When it's stung, I'll be out there maybe. I'll be looking for paw prints. Oh, they're beautiful creatures. They're beautiful foxes, coyotes, wolves, do-re-mi deer. Uh, where I grew up, we lived near a ravine. And we went to cottages. We were cottage country kind of folk. Boats, swimming, skiing, hiking, and just black sink. Gardening was fun. It was next to nothing. I really appreciated it. Back in the day, I did next to nothing. My mom had a little garden allegedly. I never really wanted much in the way of garden. I liked roses. Mm, I don't like doing lots of gardening. I just appreciate nature, trees, grass there was. Sometimes I would get upset when I would come from wherever I was, and a beautiful tree, whether should could may must and needed removed, was cut down, and I was like, what? And when I found out trees were made allegedly paper from trees, I was upset about that too because I just love trees. And then furniture made out of trees, and I was like, what? Oh, lovely! Everything's trees. And I was like, where did trees come from? They just showed up when I was little. I didn't understood. Just a seedling would show up and it'd be just a little seedling. All those trees are gone now. All those trees are gone. I've had some new trees nearby, although it's not the same as having my own backyard, urban and country, my own trees. I'm not very mulberry trees. I prefer oak, birch, maple, evergreens, cherry trees, crabapple, anything that's other than mulberry. I possibly because mulberry trees needed maintenance. They were high maintenance trees. I like anything that's low maintenance. When it gets too high maintenance, I get overstressed and I get tired and I can vomit. I'm not sticking my finger down. I don't have an ED. I just get stressed at all. But it's just too much. And it gives me a headache just the thought of having to even hire somebody or do it myself with trimmers and or those clipper things. I don't like it. It just I don't even like when I had to do a hedge. Just the sounds of it all gave me migraines. Less vomiting. Wonder if that's the police in the neighborhood picking up one of those stalkers from 1909, and whoever phone called them alleged staff condominium corporation. Because that's what the police could make must need did already. Off and on and off, such as YouTube. Did any of you see my videos yesterday? Did any of you read my articles, nutrition facts, etc.? Cauliflower, russet potatoes, etc. I do it occasionally. I just like to, spread the love, spread the joy, and encourage other people to go fuck themselves. Self-love. I've done it occasionally. No. Recently. When I was younger. In my 40s at least. I did. I began self-love with myself. I had no choice. Nobody else would have loved the sight of me. So I've gone from extremely too skinny, alleged ED, which I didn't have. I was just not feeling well. Gained weight. Over 152 pounds. Struggling to get to at least 150. Made it. Now I'm maintaining at least 143 according to the app on my handheld device. Yay. I like. And when I had that influenza type A instead of COVID-19 SARS, I lost 14 pounds within 3 weeks. And I cried because my chest was beginning to hurt and I didn't want to end up in CCU in the hospital. So with healthcare elsewhere, I managed to stop the vomiting and I started gained weight. And then it's been one thing after the other, and I didn't want to lose the weight. I was begging for, like, even if it was just a little container of Jello, fluids. You've seen me eat. I ate. Yesterday was one of those migraine days, so I just ate small meals. I love to eat. Foods I like. And I don't like eating all those power bowls and all that stuff. I like to eat stuff that I feel is healthy for me, such as bacon and egg. A bagel, plant-based and or vegan uh, condiment, fried egg, maybe two, sunny side up, or scrambled egg and just some bagel and mashed or bacon and or some pepperoni that's plant-based. I might even only eat half a bagel. I don't know. I haven't had anything. I've been fasting since yesterday. And I like fasting because it sort of helps my head hurt less. I've been a migraine sufferer since I was little. A little girl. I didn't always complain about it, but sometimes it just was, I just wanted to sit and do nothing and or lie on my back and just have my head on a pillow or something, just off. Back in those days, we children, we were busy. It was considered busy. Some people felt sorry for us having to go to school and do homework. They wanted, us to have fun, and they wanted to have fun too, but they had to wait till we did our studies. And, sometimes when finished, maybe go to McDonald's, Burger and Harvey's, Wendy's, something like that. Get a burger and fries or something. And nowadays, that's considered not health and fitness. Back in those days, we didn't care. And, and most all of us are alive. I'm sure I'm not the only music student, dance student, athlete that's alive. I'd probably be lots healthier had this accident not happened to me, although at least I am. And so when I was looking at all the health and fitness stuff, I do sometimes like to try and count my calories. I've tried fitness pal apps and all that stuff. I find an app that I like now. I don't believe in counting calories. I'm not a breakfast eater anymore. I don't eat lots of breakfast anymore. First food I eat, sometimes it's a nut, sometimes it's not. Today it's brunch. And then dinner. And like I said, I haven't decided a whole bagel or half a bagel and scrambled egg and bacon. Scrambled egg, and I like to cook my scrambled egg without milk. I like to do it with water. I prefer it with water. And I don't like to add seasoning to it cooking. Like to wait until it's cooked and then I can add as much as and or as little as I want. And tonight, again, cauliflower. Beautiful raw cauliflower, right? Gonna have like a cup of that, some meat, beef steak, and potato. My mom's having the same, although she's gonna have a potato patty instead of that. She can maybe do some bread herself if she wants. And or in between all that, we might have a cup of soup. I was gonna have it yesterday. We have leek and potato soup, and squash and something else soup. I'm keeping those two for Christmas. All about Christmas, that is. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And or Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Because it's something easy. And today, I might have a cup of tomato and red pepper kind of soup. So usually have cream of mushroom soup, although I just don't feel like doing it. I just want to rest lots today. In between exercise and physiotherapy, like I just want to have a lazy, nutty kind of day. Quiet. Went to church a little bit earlier today. Didn't see the full service. That was sort of disappointing. Although I could possibly press play later, replay. I went back to bed after I didn't see any animals outside, and need my beauty rest. And I did some videos, well, sort of vlog like videos, uh, shorts too, music montage kind of things. One was about my cat being a kitchen cat, a mouser. And if you're a cat person, you know what that means, hunter. And the other one about friendships, my best. About my friend Rudy Noel Bellis, my pussycat, alive, died, dead. It would be good to have new staff in this neighborhood. As I mentioned earlier, honest. Instead of blaming me as that security guard blamed us instead doing his job. Privacy and safety, sections 2A and 2B, etc., keeping us private and safe from other residents. He blamed us that it's our fault that other residents, alleged residents, and other visitors, and their visitors' guests didn't like us and caused trouble. It was our fault, yet we didn't do anything not lawful, not legal, not sane, not competent, and not unemployable there and here. Instead, all those other people, as I mentioned earlier, live streams, social media, etc. And to police. He's a security guard. He has accesses. The company that he worked for should can could may must and need has had and have accesses to all those security cameras all on all during. Instead of blaming us, we didn't do it. Other people did instead. Others did it instead of us Bellises. That security guard I report. I mean, why don't they just fire? Why doesn't the corporations just fire the whole lot of them? I've lived in apartments before condominiums, and they did. They fired the condominiums' alleged property managements. They fired the staff. They let them go. We just moved because we had no choice. We just wanted to downsize, and then we ended up back in another condo. I mean, we wanted to downsize. We didn't want anything to do with that shit. I mean, we're not the troublemakers. All those other people did, and it's about time some justice. Us Bellises should, can, could, may, must, and need justice. All those other people, all not lawful, all not legal, all not sane, all not competent, and all not employable. It's the most delusional staff and other residents ever. I like this neighborhood because it alleged allowed pets and at least one and some botany and location. Location. And it has a recreation center. Well, it had one. I don't use it anymore since. And it's allegedly included in the maintenance fees. We're not using it anymore. Really don't want to. I don't want to walk in the complex anymore. My life endangered. Our lives endangered because of other people next door, 1999, GUPTA, and all the other ones there. It's dangerous. I can be trusted. Others' privacy and safety, unlike them. All those other people, and that's not us. Bellises, racist, bigot, discriminatory, discrimination, prejudges, haters, jealousies, violence, violent, predatory, resentful, harassment, bullying, internet trolling, stalking, cyber stalking, doors and windows. We didn't do that. Those other people did instead. the only ones that I liked, there was this one woman driver that came after my mom tried to help ride. And as long as she showed and told the truth, I don't care if she vlogged it anywhere and everywhere. I mean, it wasn't my ride, it was my mom's ride. Then there was a man across the street that was yelling at us. It's funny. And sometimes when they're impatient drivers, it is. It's funny. I do vlog it although because I'm not guilty, but it is. It's funny. You're not guilty. Just like a security guard parking security told my mom, trans help driver, do not park outside where you're dropping them off. We have too many complaints. Other residents, their drivers, they couldn't get out the gate. And so I complained once more, with or without my mom ride. They're parking. Other people are parking. No parking area. It's got a sign, no parking, fire zone. I don't know that there's a fire hydrant or anything, but they parked there. Well, if they weren't parked there, we wouldn't have had to be where we were. It would have been appropriate more. Unless we were not in the wrong. It was all those parked vehicles. There's visitors parking elsewhere. They should, can, could, may, must. Those vehicles, drivers, should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not park there. And prevented us from drop off. My mom drop off. Trying to help our rides. And I'm my mom, mandatory support person. And when we had my pussycat alive, my Rudy Noel, that's all they've ever done is park there. Almost every day. Weeks, months. Park there. And it's not lawful, it's not legal. They should have been ticketed and towed. And traced by their license plates. That's corporation staff. And documented. Move. And stop parking there. I mean, that interferes not only with my mom trans help rides, pickups and drop-offs that happened, emergencies personnel too, such as police, fire departments, ambulances. As well as we're not guilty. All before, all during, all later, and all since December 5, 2025. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Ah! On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. That was too funny. Sitting there, and all of a sudden, the word partridge came by, and I was like, uh-oh. Maybe they're going over there. I wonder what number we're going to get. I wonder if it's going to be number 12. I was sissy fitting because in my head I was like, oh, I wonder. I was thinking, oh, no. And we got number 1, and I was like, oh. And my mom was fair chuffed too. We were having fun. We were singing, and it was fun. And my mom looked happy for a nice change. My mom looked happy. It sounded happy. La. Wrong. Although at least I tried. Go play some Christmas music. You know, the staff are so pro other people, other races, creeds, religions than what they perceived, prejudged us are, and be, and did, and do, and does. Other races, creeds, and religions. And all that happened. Yet, in the lobby there, it was Christianity, paganism, Christmas tree, another Christmas decor. And that's what I've always showed and told. Other races, creeds, and religions, they come to Canada with and or without celebrating the same Christmas as we do. December, Burns, Yule, solstice, winter, Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year Day, I should say, New Year Day, and New Year's. And some other people do it wrong. I mean, we're not living in an exact house, whether it's a townhouse or anything. It's condo, and there's rules, regulations, and there's laws. And we're not supposed to put anything outside our front door and our balconies. Don't have anything hanging off of railings, anything. No, Christmas wreath, anything outside front doors. I know now. My cat is dead, died, and I have one inside, but not outside. We can have a little bit of the hook showing on the outside, but we're not allowed to have anything else. Not even a doormat outside front door. Absolutely nothing. And other races, creeds, religions, whether they're immigrants, refugees, and or visitors, guests, they don't like it. They don't like Christianity. They don't like paganism. They're racist, bigot, discriminatory, discriminations, prejudice, prejudges, haters, violence, violent, harassment, bullying, racism, bigotry, discriminatory, discrimination, racist, all that stuff, prejudice, prejudges, harassment, bullying, internet trolling, stalkers, cyber, and some of them are even premeditated, not only predatory and resentful, premeditated, they planned it. They want us to stop. Canada, USA, UK, everywhere. They want us to stop being religious. They want us to stop uh, doing that. And I'm not talking about the what was that called? KKK, Ku Klux Klan or whatever. I mean, many of them, instead of being the same as them, they don't want them too. And I'm not one of them, but they don't want that kind of riff-raff around. They want them gone. They want those races, creeds, and religions gone. I can understand why. 'Cause my family and I, we're still celebrating. My cat, were I to have another cat, I don't know what I'd actually name my cat. I've suggested, and I had some confirmations. Oh, yeah, you should maybe name the cat. Oh, yeah, Avocado, Tasmania, uh, and some other names. I was like, yeah, but I don't know what the cat's going to look like or whatever. I mean, it could be a white cat. I might want to name him Orange or her Snowflake, and her Snow White, and or Sugar, brown sugar, uh, Simba, the Lion King, uh, Sesame Street, Cookie Monster, Snuffleupagus, Big Bird. Maybe I'll have two and I'll name them Bert and Ernie. Maybe one will be a cat, maybe one will be a dog. Now I've got two birds. Bert and Ernie. Princess, Prince. Vera. Madison. Shrek. Hello, hello, hello. I like the word avocado because I could name the cat that and then have the abbreviation. I could call it Avo. Cado. Caca. Come here, Caca. Oh, that's a good Caca. Oh, let Mommy Avril pet you, Caca. I think that's fitting. Really fitting considering all the shit I've cleaned up over the years. And vomit. And pee. And picked up my mom several times who fell. I mean, my mom has disabilities. I don't yet. I hope I never do. Oh, this year's been hellish. I hope once this year, this day, since October 11th, nothing else ever happens, and I never have to go through recuperating and recovery ever, 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 ever again. Wounded, injured. I don't ever want it. And when I'm like this, I was diagnosed with tinnitus, and it might be tinnitus. Weight loss could come with tinnitus. I'd be happy. Just that 1 pound. Just that 1 pound. Sipping my coffee. I'm gonna have another coffee soon. Sip, sip, sips. It's been an hour yet because I can't eat until an hour since I swallowed my HRT, oral medicine prescribed prescription. That's good stuff. Off and on and off. I should have had it in my 30s, but because I was still menstrual, I suppose. Because that's when I began having very irregular menstrual. When I had this accident happen to me, my menstrual cycle just went away poof. And when I had it, it's very clear. We tried, I don't know why we couldn't just put me into menopause then. I stupidly wanted my menstrual cycle back, I suppose, and I just, now looking back, it would have been healthier and better for me never had it come back. Oh. HRT is really working for me, that, and some diet. And the only thing I find some prescribed prescription pharma side effects may cause dizziness. Well, that's not falling, that's fainted. That's not syncope, mental health. That was just fainted. Dizziness is a side effect. When I remember in July of 2024, I had chest pain and I collapsed, and I was taking medicine prescription. One of the side effects was may cause dizziness. Now the paramedics thought that meant mental health, and instead of they took me from ER to mental health instead of, and then they put me somewhere where it was diabetes. I'm like, I don't have anything that way. It's just side effects medicine. And the heart monitor was wonky. Well, I was wonky, and it was monitoring me, and I'm like, what have they done to me? Why is it so like that? I had low blood pressure. I had sinus bradycardia. I had a migraine. I was dizzy. I didn't feel well. The staff, I couldn't even stood up. I was that weak. Eventually got me up and took me for walks. I was waiting for them to leash me and call me a bitch. Which is fine because I didn't mind. I was like, no, don't call me Avril, call me April. And I was like, fuck the wheelchair that time. I was like, I don't want one. I'm going out for a walk. Then the next time in October when I was there, and in June, I could really did with 2 wheelchairs. It would have made me feel a lot better. But when I go to the ER, I don't expect to stay there very long. Unless I absolutely have to be admitted. Had to be admitted. When it was my knees and wrists, I was like, oh, my forearm. I should could made must needed admitted at least overnight. I didn't get that. They had me sitting in positions that nobody with my condition should have been sitting. And some hospital staff, I was like, I don't really want a blood transfusion. I don't want blood. I'm vegetarian, vegan, vegetarian. I don't want that. And they were like, it's human blood. I'm like, oh, is it really? Nowadays, I don't know what my iron levels were then. I don't know. I find too when my iron ferritin levels were too high, 900 and higher, over 700, I get dizzy. In addition to all that, and then lowered to about 400, I felt better, less lethargic, got lower, more or less lethargic. Then I wanted to exercise as I'm not hyperactive, I'm not hypochondria. All those things that happened to me real is just liars that tried not got me well. Better. Bruises, bleeding. It's not hypochondria. There was witnesses, including paramedics. And my blood pressure and that sinus bradycardia. I didn't have sinus bradycardia the other day. Ever since I've stopped drinking decaf, it sort of goes away often. I'm usually in the 60s and 70s. I don't drink decaf anymore. Coffee. And I'm one of those people too. You know, I might have some alleged fat areas. It doesn't hang. Does not hang. Same here. Does not hang. A little bit of muscle, but not lots. It's only 1 pound weight, although I'm not hanging. I'm not hanging. And earlier in the week, 2 pounds. Although I'm not supposed to lift anything heavy because of my knees and lower back. But 2 pounds is good. 2 pounds. 2 pounds. Getting there. I'm not supposed to lift like more than 10 pounds. My cat was at more than 10 pounds and I did that. It's just in case my back gives out. My back can give out just like that. And I can be like that, bent over like that. It happened once where we lived before. It was Christmas Eve and my cat was like, you look different. I was bent over. I could not straighten up. It happened more than once. One time the paramedics came and I couldn't straighten up for the life of me. So I sat down the same way. I was bent over, sat down. And then I tried to get myself to I stretched my back out. Oh, the pain. I need muscle relaxants just for 2 or 3 days. I don't believe in taking them forever and ever. Just 2 or 3 days to rest the back muscles, get them moving, with and or without physiotherapy. And then when I had to stand up, same position, and it took me over an hour. I guess I'm not supposed to lift too many things heavy. When I have a heavy garbage bag, I can't lift it. Well, I couldn't even if I tried this one nowadays because it was broken. Again, can't lift heavy. So I'm dragging it along, waiting for my clean person to come for, And the heavy one, I usually just leave until, you know, the day she and or he coming. And I asked them to take it out for me. It's too heavy. 1909, I showed and told other people I'm reaching out for help. Their names, all before, all during, all later, all since May 9, 2024. To at, on, and out from, and by 1909, all elsewhere next doors. And all about, all to, and all about, and all about, all to, and all about us, Bellises. Why? All names, all who, what, where, when, why, and how. themselves predatory, resentful, all that stuff. They won't leave us alone. They don't even know that they should, can, could, may, must, and need, were, are, be, did, does, do. All about to and all about us, Bellis's residential, all elsewhere. They're nothing to us. Absolutely nothing. They moved in when? This year. Why? They should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need. Off and on and off the internet. They're predators. They're premeditated. They won't leave us alone. They think, they think, they believe everything YouTube, etc., social media is all about, all to, and all about them. Community posts, posted, etc. They're that deranged. They should go to like a college or somewhere and take courses about the internet where they ever allowed on the campuses and study before they all purposefully, all wrong, all bad, all not lawful, all not legal, all not sane, all not competent, all not employable, all about, all to, and all about, all to, and all about. As Bellis is off and on and off the internet, social media, because they're not allowed. Sections 2A and 2B. And I'm going to play Christmas music, and I'm going to do more stuff. Celebrating Christmas, celebrating life, the celebration of life, my friend, my pussycat Rudy Noel, alive, died, dead, etc. Christmas, Yule, winter solstice, Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year's. We don't need other races, other creeds, other religions, and or same races, creeds, and religions, us, Bellises, were, are, be, did, does, do. We don't need their permission. Next doors. Never have, never will. And corporation. I mean, I could put up a Christmas wreath. I could have a door thing on. That's bells. We could decorate the tables. We could foods, beverages, condiments. We can a Christmas tree, whether it's on the table or on the floor, and or upside down, hanging. It's none of their business. It's none of their concerns. They don't like it, they can leave. They don't like Canada, they can leave Canada. They don't like Canadians, they can leave Canadians. They can go away and mind their own business. Mind their own lobbies, and all elsewhere. Malls and all elsewhere. Christmas. Centers to Christmas. And that's not us Bellises and other Canadians, racist, bigot, discriminatory, discriminations, prejudice, prejudges, haters, etc. Them instead. All those other people instead. I won't name another fur baby Christmas like Charlie, the Jack in the Box misfit instead of Jack in the Box. I won't name another fur baby Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer Rudy. I won't use the word Noel. Although I should, can, could, may, must, and need, I suppose. Why give in to those stalkers? Those stalkers shouldn't control anybody. Those stalkers should not, cannot, could not, may not, and need not control us Bellises. Control us Bellises. Controls us Bellises at any and all times. Everywhere. Shall I put my dressing gown on, my robe, and get cracking? Let's go get some food. Food. Come with me. Do you like my thumbnail? That was me at the Active Adult Center during the Active Adult Center Mississauga musical, Deck the Halls musical. Active Out Center, Mississauga, December 5 this year. Use the chat area, let me know. Use the like button, leave a like. Literally. Something I've noticed about the USA, UK, and Canada, most all three places celebrate Christmas the same and or very similar. And I'm not just talking about this year, I'm talking about overall. Centuries. Centuries. I think it's wonderful. And I like to decorate somewhat so that can keep it out longer. Like my coffee table has a nice thing there. If I could get a bigger white one, that'd be good too, because that could just, it's got snowflakes on it. So it's just, oh, the hungry fat chick is on. I wonder what she's eating today. I just got a notification to go watch. You got something new. We got something new. See if I can find it. I have a list somewhere. Oh, here they are. I'll get the ingredients out. Bagels. Eggs. Royal egg. Bacon. quickly do mine first. Oh, I haven't had time to do my hair in a ponytail yet. I don't know that I have a scrunchie or anything in my pockets. Nope. And soup we're gonna have in a little while. Tomato and roasted red pepper, cup each. I'm not even going to save myself a dinner. This is might be having some french fries. I don't think I have any sweet potato french fries. Oh, I know what I'm having. I'll have some rice and cracked cheese or something. Anyways, I'm blathering on. Right back. Hello. I like brown eggs. I prefer brown eggs to white. I don't know why exactly, nor do I care. I'm gonna do 3. It's been a long time since I've used a whisk. I'm gonna add another egg. I like my eggs like an omelet. never using these plates because they're just disposable. I like these. Again, disposable. Bagel is ready. Good. That's the way we don't use them now. eat. Mother, sit up, please. Here's your food. That's good. It's not lots. I have the same. like 2 scrambled eggs each. Gave my mom more bacon than me. I added salt and pepper onto mine, some pink salt, ground black pepper. I prefer stovetop scrambled eggs. I just didn't feel like doing it. This is easier. This is not poor people's food. You can get this in restaurants too. Only toast instead of bread and or scrambled eggs, toast and or bagel, bacon and or sausages and or plant-based vegan thing. And the only difference is fruit. I didn't do fruit. Oh, there's more bacon. It's jam. Marmalades, jams. One of my favorite places to get eggs, Chorus, the restaurant Chorus. And Active Adult Center in Mississauga, just to name 2 favorite places of mine. Where I had some before. This is better than soup out with cans all the time. How's your food, Mom? Food is beauty. Good stuff. Better and greater than any stalker. has had today. Next doors. And elsewhere. All about all to and all about Asbestos. I'm not talking about all reaction channels. I'm talking about the ones to, at, on, in, out, from, and by. Not internet, in person. Phones, calls, etc. Oh, it's good stuff. I really like my food. Compliments to the cook. Me. Excuse me. Coffee. Get myself a coffee. Sugar-free syrup coffee now. I could eat that all over again, although I do not. It was really good. And not any eggshell in my scrambled eggs. And I don't do any fancy cracking. I just, well, you see and watch during the replay. We'll have a coffee together, and then I gotta go do some more stuff. I'll come back later. Maybe do a quick vlog, my dinner. 3 minutes. My dinner tonight. Can't be any worse than that. Homemade in my simple, cozy kitchen. Cottage Lake. Wake up whenever. Get the kettle on. Bagel most days. And then Sunday, scrambled egg and bacon, bacon and egg. Or whenever. Out and about and be active. Unless rain days, then there's some activities, although not as much. Can't swim or do much. Well, did whatever. Snacks. Excuse me. And we're just active, enjoying the summer and or whenever weather was. Dinner, barbecue, and or whatever. Those cottages, I wonder whatever happened to them now since then. Haven't been anywhere up north in a long time. Now everything is mostly urban, and because it's apartment, not supposed to have a barbecue or anything outside on balconies, townhouses too. Not allowed to do anything like that. That's the joys of downsizing. Want to do that? You do that in the house. You leave the apartment dwelling and get a house. Back deck and a patio. And a cottage. Oh. I do. I laugh sometimes. Other people, my audience, my viewers, my subscribers, my see and hear me. Social media, internet, virtuals, Wi-Fi's, uh, media, and they decided, oh, we'll do the opposite of instead of the same as we're supposed to does do. Instead, we'll do something else that's not lawful, not legal, not sane, not competent, not employable because she said so. She showed so. She showed and told us. We'd rather piss her off and or blame her as blame the Bellises instead of being lawful. I mean, it's one of the, you know, I've lived in places before we weren't supposed to do much of anything. I mean, townhouses outside of this. I mean, remember where there was townhouses near Islington and Dixon? Sometimes we were allowed to put something on the front doors, like a Christmas wreath or something. Not necessarily lights or anything. Very little. It's not the same as an apartment. And townhouses in an apartment. There's rules. And I didn't know the rules back then. Sometimes I got, because I had a cat, I was like, I want to take a photo of my cat. Can I put something there just temporary? If when I was around, whether Christmas Day or just before. And then I would remove it. Didn't do much in the way of lights and stuff. When we were told to not to by the corporation, we removed as. One of the things I don't like about this neighborhood, they lack rules and regulations. They're like everybody else should, can, could, may, must, and he did anything they wanted to did instead of the same as you. Doors and windows have nothing there that's outside front doors, symbols, nothing. And just a tiny little balcony garden. I'm not even having that much more because it's an apartment and it's different. When I want a barbecue, I'd have to go to a restaurant and have my barbecue there. Grill. I mean, barbecue as dangerous. I mean, that's fire starting. It could cause a fire and a certain amount of weight on balconies. It's all rules, regulations, restrictions. I don't mind. I like it. I didn't put anything outside my balcony that should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not out there. See, Mom? Did you eat it all? You liked? What? One. Yeah, I had one too. Since I fasted. And I ate my Brazil nut. Got some water. And any and all times, corporations, especially that security guard, blamed us, village concierge, instead of doing privacy and safety and sections 2A and 2B and blaming those other residents instead of us, Bellis's. All that and other times, corporations were all about, us Bellis's. All those times were just more harassments and bullying by this from the alleged staff. Other people that should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not did that. Oh, that's going to bother me all day. Especially since that 2019 and all other times COVID-19 severe acute respiratory syndrome. I mean, our respiratories, upper and lower, those other people should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not were to add on, in, out, from, and by doors and windows, including balconies. And influenzas, such as influenza type A. And all names, all who, what, where, when, why, and how tried themselves changed all histories, all historical, all geographies, all geographical, all, all geog, oh my, all geographical, oh fuck, all historical, all geographical. Oh, how do I speak today? That's because I'm full. All those good foods and condiments. All historical, all geographical, all histories, all geographies, all financial. Themselves try change. They're delusional. Obsessive compulsive. They should, can, could, may, must, and need. Real estate, etc. It's none of their business. Most of them were other races, creeds, and religions. Not Canadians, not Caucasians, not whites. From other countries, I suppose. And all those other residents, all those other races, creeds, religions, with and or without same races, creeds, religions as us Bellicis, they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not media banned, and they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not censorship as Bellicis and all others. Mississauga Senior Citizens Center, 1389 Cawthra Road, Square One Shopping Center, Square One Older Adult Center, City Center Drive. Central Parkway Mall and Active Adult Center of Mississauga, Burnham Thorpe Road East, and such as YouTube, such as Facebook, such as Instagram, and all elsewhere, everywhere. Forever, always, everywhere. I actually hope the police really do get down into the office downstairs, the alleged management office. They find all the stuff that's on securities cameras all on, and they go to all those other residents and do justice, judiciary punishments with the courts, justice of the peace, crown attorney, district attorneys, all those other people, and punish. And don't come here anymore, crime wolf. We didn't do anything bad. Not lawful, not legal, not sane. We didn't do anything not lawful, not legal, not sane, not competent, not employable. It's like I phoned somebody that gave me their business card at the bank. I left a message like I was supposed to. That person never phone called. It's the same kind of staff, same types of staff that are racist, bigot, all that stuff. They're stalkers. They've been off and on and on, off and on and off the internet. And they're not the same races. They're not the same creeds. They're not the same religions. With and or without them being Christians, they're not the same, and they have jobs, titles, jobs, duties, jobs, details, jobs, descriptions they should, can, could, may, must, need, did, and not deem us Bellis's banking where be, did, does, do harassments and bullying the staff there. Instead, it's the other way. They should, can, could, may, must, and need fired, and stop hiding behind and with human rights, Employment Standards Act, and all that stuff, and all laws. Because all laws, Canadians override that, and they should, can, could, may, must, and need fired. What are they going to do to stay in Canada? The same as their ancestors, go on welfare, disability, and have Canadians pay for everything all the more because they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not to add on, in, out from, and by Canada. I remember some other people, allegedly, factual, I won't mention names, showed and told that not enough Canadians, Caucasians, whites populating Canada anymore, and as other people were immigrating, refugees, visitors, guests, Canada, helping repopulate the country. That's a lie. I remember the 1970s and 80s. Not that I'm saying all are bad. All not lawful, all not legal, all not sane, all not competent, all not employable. Remember interracial marriages, and it was looked down upon that Caucasians, whites, blacks, and Negroes married, even dated, even were friends. And Caucasians and whites and Aboriginals, Indigenous. Need I say more? Not very. I mean, Canadians, Caucasians, whites, and Aboriginals and Indigenous. Nobody else had to immigrate into Canada. That's enough to populate. World Health Organizations tried stopped populating. They came up with what influenza type A uh, epidemic, COVID-19 severe acute respiratory syndrome pandemic. No contact. Can't even kiss and hug and have sex. IVF, Is that the only way the World Health Organization wanted us to populate? No contact sex. Because they did inform the public properly, correctly. Instead, it was all that misinformation. How many babies did not get conceived properly? Marriages, conceived and birthed and born. How many adoptions didn't happen? Pets, fur babies, because of all that misinformation. Honestly, the World Health Organization should, can, could, may, must, and need apologizes to everybody and financially retributions every Canadian citizen that has ever had either influenza type A and or COVID-19 SARS and survived it. And it doesn't matter did the Canadians has had CPP, and old age pensions, earnings and savings. Honestly. And the World Health Organization should, can, could, may, must, and need shows and tells everyone, news media, mainstream media, etc., all ingredients in all those vaccines, flu vaccines and COVID-19 SARS vaccines. Somebody recently asked me on my social media, did I believe those? What was my opinion? I'm not wording exactly, although, about vaccinations and autism. Mental health. Instead of the illnesses themselves. And I'm like, well, yeah, yes, there's some of that. And lots of it, the symptoms and behaviors go back to 1600s and earlier, 1700s, all that, those, syphilis, etc. Mad cow disease, foot and mouth disease, flesh-eating disease, cholera, etc. Hello. You ate all?
No, I left about a bagel.
Aw.
I couldn't. Hey, you gave me 3 pieces. I ate 2.
I only gave you 2 pieces of bagel, not 3.
Well, I had 3.
No, you couldn't have. You only had 2.
Well, it looked like 3.
It was only a whole bagel halved, and there was no third piece.
Ah. Anyway, I ate all that bit of bagel.
Did you? So you ate all your bacon and eggs?
Oh, yeah.
2 eggs each.
Hey?
2 eggs each.
Yeah, they were good. So was the bacon lovely and crisp.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Need to get more of those, don't we?
Hey?
We need to get more of those bagels, don't we?
Oh, yeah, it was good. I like bagels.
I know you do.
Yeah, may as well have them at home as buy them out.
Yes.
You get twice as many at home.
Yes. Good. Gonna get my next coffee. Shall I do a squat? Up and down. Up. Oh, the carpet moved up and down. Let's do a squat. Down and up 3. Down. Up 3. Let's walk. Gotta charge my phone. I hope the corporation gets sued big time for not allowing us Bellis to have all others gave us give us sections 2A and 2B. As on my community post page. My community post pages. Community posts posted. Blogs, videos, all that evidence and securities cameras all on. I hope they get sued millions.
What's today's date?
Not billions. Today's Sunday.
Yeah, what's today's date?
December 7th. Why?
I just want to know what date.
Right on your calendar, I told you. You heard it. My mom said get more bagels. Woohoo! Bagels. Bagels. Like those bagels. Favorite kind too. Everything bagels. Like everything bagel today. Actually, tonight, if I don't have a roast, if I don't have my baked potato, I really would like some French fries, steak and chips. Oh, that'd be good. Mine made when I was on vacation somewhere. Steak and chips. Steak and chips. And some salad. I like chips. Oh, the squats so good. Oh, I need a paper towel. You need any medicine? I thought, did I give you anything this morning? You heard it, and I said no. I don't like giving her them. I like to give them to her at night. And the trouble is, I find pill box. I have a travel pill box. I was going to use it myself, although I don't take any pills. Oh yeah, that's not better. I could use that every day. Saturday. So empty that. And I don't understand why she has to have so many pain relievers. Because it can't be good for her. I mean, sure, it's pain relief. Although, doctors that prescribed it. I mean, if my mom saying she didn't want it, she didn't want it. There had to be another underlying cause. I don't know where the other 4 pill boxes went. Can't find them. They're not in my thing. I don't know if they're in my room or not. But I can't find them. My mom might have them somewhere. Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. All right. Hey. Other people, social media, all others, all names, all who, what, where, when, why, and how, all names, all, and all named Bellis, Bellis, such as Patty, Donald, Jack, Albert, Gold, and Nicole. Samples, Facebook, and Messenger. Hey, dinner. French fries, oven baked. Stovetop steak. Stovetop cooked boiled cauliflower. Cauliflower. You know, sometimes I just have to do what my mom tells me to do. Like someone else said earlier, I won't mention who exactly names. She said, you know, sometimes mothers and daughters cleaner, tidier than the parent. And sometimes the parent prefers to live that way instead of the daughter. And sometimes it takes some getting used to, although it should get cleaned up. Should get cleaned, must be cleaned up. And I mean, I know I'm messy. I would really like to have a shower today. I'm still waiting. My mom removes her stuff, and I need to wipe it down with a disinfectant cloth. Because my mom, personal hygiene, face cloth and everything should not, cannot, could not, must not, need not on the tap, bath and shower tap, hey, there. Stuff has to be removed so that I can step in and out of and wash myself. She's had more than 2 days to do that. next average I have, I will do more steps indoors here. And I need, let's go, says she can make must and need go out and get justice all about O2 and all about celebrity stalker Dr. Justine, celebrity stalker Norman Thompson, Middle College youngest brother, and celebrity stalker credit filing hospital Dr. Judy Fernando. All names, all who, what, where, when, why, and how they tried as Bellis's forgot and forget. Are any of you doing Meatless Monday tomorrow too? Tomorrow is my Meatless Monday. Nearest Meatless Monday. I'm obviously going to have everything vegetarian I can get my hands on. Brazil nut nuts and or nut. Some raw vegetables, celery, radish, and or radishes. Actually, I might have my salad as Bloody Mary, Virgin Bloody Mary, and have my celery in that. And obviously lettuce chips, most definitely lettuce chips. And roast a baked potato, that's easy to do. It's easy, I do. Do a plate of raw cauliflower, celery, radishes. Thompson social media Facebook. Thompson, Mods, and Richie's social media Facebook, Messenger, YouTube, Twitter, not Twitter, well, maybe Twitter, uh, TikTok, and all elsewhere, internet Wi-Fi's, and all about, all to, and all about, and all about, all to, and all about us Bellises. All happened. And they wanted us to answer our phones and talk to them all before, all during, all later, and since. Really? Really? Expected us to do that since they were not lawful, not legal, not sane, not competent, not employable, haters, jealous, violent, harassment, bullying, predatory, resentful, premeditated, racist, bigot, discriminatory, discriminationist, prejudice, prejudges, internet trolling, stalkers, cyber stalking as Bellises, and themselves. Ridiculous. Absolutely not. I don't want to know them. And at all times, the three other people and Mods and Richie's were to, at, on, in, out, from, and by such as Absolute Avenue, here Ontario Street, Highway 10, Burnett Road East. They were trespassing and should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not, were there. All the other ones too. Just documented, came and went. That was disgusting. They should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not, did that. All about, all true, all about us Bellises. And they only did because they're stalkers. And they were stalking us more. Worse than paparazzi. All before, all during, all later, and since July 2, 2025. at all times, all names, all who, what, where, when, and why, and how showed and told themselves owned here before we moved in and elsewhere. We were living, other people owned before we moved in there. That's themselves too. They're obviously stalkers. They should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not, did, does, and do. Sections 2A and B. Okay. Forever, always, everywhere. Should, can, could, may, must, and need, gave, and give us privacy and safety. All, forever, always, everywhere. And all about, all to, and all about as well as visitors and guests, including deliveries. I'll have it. And all she can, could, may, must, and need, show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells, all happened as. Absolutely. Bow Beaches Boulevard too. Absolutely. Bow Beaches Boulevard, Maple Branch Path, Arbor Crane Drive, etc. Donate information when and more other residents, staff, visitor, guest, and deliveries persons should, can, could, may, must, and eat, got, and get lobbies and parking directories. My name, etc. There, directories. There's no truth that all other people, all other races, creeds, and religions, etc., should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not show, tell, showed and told, show and told, show and tell, show and tell, showed and told and showed and tell those other people 1909, and all else were any GPT throughout the building. They should, can, could, may, must, and need move out, leave, because of all that they did to act on it, out from and by all front doors, all apartments, instead of sections 2A and 2B, because they didn't do sections 2A and 2B, and they didn't privacy and safety. They should, can, could, may, must, and need evicted. Rent, 1909. I gotta stop talking a while. My lunch was so good, I just wanted to salivate and rest. My speech, but talking too much, just sits like coffee forever. You all right, Mom?
Just coughing.
My coffee, cold water boiled hot stove top, 1 teaspoonful of instant coffee, and slightly more than one, less than two, I suppose, teaspoonfuls of sugar-free salted caramel syrup. Stirred, served, I sip. good. Good stuff. Delicious. I like. Liked. Liked. Delicious. Gonna have another sip. Oh, that's good. Yummy for my tummy. Yummy to my tummy. And my esophagus. Coffees and condiments. Honey. Wonder if there's a sugar-free. Oh, I've had sugar-free honey before. I didn't really like it as much as the real honey. Bzzz, bees, honey bees. Bzzz. Thank you. I wonder how the blueberry ones are doing today. Blueberry, excuse me, blueberry flowers, buds, blossoms, all those pollinators. Yeah. 'Yummy, yummy. Boneless bottom blade steak. I don't like the word boneless. I miss having a bone. I like to suck the bone once in a while. 1098, 30% off. Out of freezer and as must be used. What time is it anyway? I have to check. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. 10 to 5. Dinner between 6 and 7. Hello. Gonna finish my coffee and then I'm gonna go. You can follow me over to the Bella Switch Avril, my social media. I returned it back to that name. I studied, and I know I'm eclectic sorcerer. Although I prefer to get called just the Bella Switch Avril. And I'm gonna go there and have a coffee, tea. I'm gonna have my tea over there a little while. And then I'm going to come back here with my video vlog like dinner. My simple, cozy kitchen. Simple, cozy kitchen witchery. Bellis Witch Avril. The Eclectic Sorcerer, Bellis Witch Avril. Which means I dabble into almost anything and everything. Paganism, Wiccan, Christianity, Christian religions, Protestant, Presbyterian, Anglican, Roman Catholic. And I'm sort of interested still. I'm studying little bits of Buddhism. That intrigues me sometimes, somewhat. It does, it intrigues me. And I'm going away to study some more Gaia, Gaia. 'Tis the season. I gotta keep myself busy. I don't read as often as I used to books. Most everything is online, Google and or whatever. And I need to read a book. Now that I got lots of time on my hands and I've stopped crying lots, I should get more into reading. I'm very active. When I finish doing this, I'm gonna do, like I said, tea. Oh, probably. That other person probably wants another tea. And then after the tea, I'm gonna make dinner. And yeah. And I might actually, it's a pretty big steak this time, so I might keep some of it for real, cooked, and have with a cup of rice on like Tuesday or something, and add some soy sauce with it, and maybe have some cooked broccoli and soy sauce. That'll be good. Oh, well, I actually do have an audience member. I have more than one. I've had more than one viewer. Hello. Hello. You can leave a like, Do you like me? Such as my thumbnail, photo, profile photo, cover photo, lunch brunch today. And did you not already subscribe? Please subscribe. Avril Bellis at on. Take a dose of this. And I just want to see what's going on over there. I want to surf the net for a few minutes. I'm only going to have like one handful of french fries myself. Some pink salt when served. My piece of steak, lots of sea salt, lots of sea salt, and lots of ground black pepper. And I might even use a bit of barbecue sauce since I mentioned the word barbecue earlier. Barbecue sauce on mine. Let the pan caramelize. I can have the caramelized barbecue sauce. Cauliflower. I don't add anything to my cauliflower, although my mom cauliflower, the other person, I'll add some salt to the water. Yeah, that'd be a good dinner. All that's missing is a fried egg. instead of all that health and fitness, those power bowls. Oh, you gotta have avocado with this. You have to have this fruit. You have this fruit. I've gone off that. Instead, I believe it's moderation. Like I said, one handful. I'm not gonna sit there and count or stand there and count how many. One handful of French fries, 1 cup of cauliflower, more or less, and one piece. And another 400 steps or so before I do that. It's around 36, 38, 40 steps. Time is about 10 minutes. Like 390, about 400 steps, maybe more. That's good. And then I've already done that once today. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sometimes a little goes a long way. And I restricted, not abusively, my mom bacon intake because I'm flexitarian vegetarian, which means I can eat, although very little. I prefer bacon, just one piece. My mom hasn't had any bacon in a while. She got 2 rashers. So I gave her one. She would have gotten mad at me. My mom would have gotten mad at me. Coffee and some light cardio, physiotherapy like, chair exercises like, wall walkers like. Please do not do the same as me. Please ask your healthcare professionals, your healthcare teams, can you before you do? I don't want you to hurt yourselves. Thank you. Exercises. Although I absolutely, without doubt, recommend more walking. As I've said before, walk around a mall if you're going shopping instead of that very first parking spaces right there, 2 or 3 and or more further away from there, and walk. Get maybe 100 steps more in than you used to. Maybe gradually 200, 300 more steps every day, all the time. That'll help you feel better and enjoy your foods more. With and or without you having to eat lesser. You can just take that one bit away and try, and maybe just only return half of that back to your foods. And instead of weighing 600 pounds, you could maybe weigh 400 pounds. The only problem I have with weight loss, such as that, is the loose skin. Without plastic surgery, where does the loose skin went? Tummy tucks. And then there's the breasts, women's breasts, weight loss. Men too, I suppose, but the women's breasts. They either get smaller or they get bigger. And I mean, you might want to augmentate them, plastic surgery to give them that little push up that they sort of just sag. And or you need HRT. I've noticed a bit of a change in my bosom. Still quite a handful, although I feel like there's a bit more stuff in there. Maybe it's just more fat. I just feel like stretching. I hate stretching, although I feel like stretching. Now that's fun. I'm having fun finally. It's been a while since I've had fun on social media. I'm having fun. I did that. It's been months. Months. 11 months ago, I suppose. It's been months since I've had any fun. Here. Oh, which reminds me, I gotta do something. I gotta feed my cactus. I'm coming, Charles. I'm trying to do recycling and collect the water bottles. It's difficult being an apartment dweller. Recycling. Daylight is ending today, isn't it, Mom?
What?
It's getting dark outside.
Yeah, it is dark.
Getting there. It's still a bit dusk.
Yeah. Looking at the corner, the outside is dark.
It's not black dark yet. It's still evening dusk,
Well, it's
darkening.
dark. I don't see anything like
My mom has done some walk fit today.
the light striking on the corner, that's why.
I like it when she brings her cup or mug, walks from her room, the kitchen, puts on the kitchen counter, and walks back. She does about 60 steps at a time give or take one or two. And sometimes she even walks furthermore. She'll walk more. It makes me so happy this time of year, this weather, because we used to go out and walk at least a K together. It made me so happy to see and hear, my mom active instead of just being a bedridden individual. It's healthier, my mom. Active. I wonder if the Active Adult Center of Mississauga is ever going to rename itself. Title: Active Adult Center of Mississauga, Central Parkway Mall Older Adult Center. Um, the Deck the Halls musical, there was a Tai Chi segment performed, and it was beautiful. Absolutely not any contact. I liked it. It was fun to watch. I like to do Tai Chi, all those movements. Whatever. I'm not doing it right, I know. And then with the legs a certain way and stuff. And there was the ukulele segments, the segment ukulele performance. That was, made me feel young again. It did, it really made me feel young again. I remember when I tried playing the ukulele more. Had I been strong enough, I'm stronger now than I was then, although, and been able to, I would probably have been there too, although I did not. It was too painful. It was too soon. Although when I was younger, oh, I could do all that they did. I'm going back over 30, 40 years. Learning. One of my favorite places to learn performing arts, music, arts and crafts was the elementary school I was a student growing up. I really, really liked learning it there. It was fun. Remember the recorder? Not quite the flute, although recorder. Recorders, ukuleles, and all those other instruments, music lessons. It was fun. Elementary school, junior high school, and then high school. All that fun. and phys ed, physical education, not sex ed, not sex education, although physical stuff. Oh, that was fun. Track and field, etc. Ah, yeah. Fun. That's why I liked mall walkers. 3 centers, 2 centers, because fun. Took away a lot of the serious stuff. It was fun. Fun. Active. Fun. I was one of the youngest ones. Fun. 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 And I do very many less faux pas exercise. I can pretty much, with an instructor, master everything. I sometimes would. The hair color I used it was not peroxide. Remember the old days? The old days, 60s and 70s and 80s, maybe some of the 90s. It was all peroxide. Hair salons too, peroxide before now. For this one, it was all in a box, and there was hardly any peroxide. Just mixed it all together in one thing, put it on my hair, left it on for a while. One of my hairdressers told me next time I do it, just to leave it on for 15 or 20 minutes. Do not do as long. Be healthier for my hairs. I'm not going to mention names. I'm actually going to, I want to change my theme instead of evidence, news, fun. More fun! Never too old, never too young to had, has, and have fun. My cat was fun. My pussycat was fun. Now that I got more time on my hands, I have to do more fun. My plant is fun, and I need to do more stuff. Fun. Fun. Instead of always crying, grieving, mourning. Goodbye, Bill Beckett, you ugly motherfucker. Stalker, you. Bye. Goodbye. Arrivederci out the door you go. Oh, wait. Shoot, you're not fun. Never were fun. You were just a stalker. Go away. If you're not on this social media, you're on some social media, and you've been internet trolling me there, and then taking it from there to elsewhere, such as the centers and residential. All places you should not be. Go away. I hope you're exposed more and expelled and exiled. And not ever allowed anymore. Ew, go away. You're ugly. And that is not weight stigma. He's just actually an ugly person. Ugly personality and ugly to look at. Next time I see him, I'm just going to maybe not vlog it very. I'm just going to, well, obviously it's evidence. It takes away from having fun. I'll put on my sunglasses. Oh, God, I don't want to look at him. I don't want to see him in the background or anywhere. Yuck. It's fucking ugly. We, us Bellises, should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not, suspended, exposed more, expelled, and exiled. All those places. All those places. Instead of that stalker, Bill Beck, fuck off, go away. He has such a good wife. Why doesn't he just go spend more time with her and fuck her brains out? Leave us other women alone. This girl just wants to have fun. Girls just want to have fun. How many fingers have I got? no. That's not what I meant. Goodbye, beauties. Have a nice day. Be kind to all, everyone, everywhere. Kind is kind. I am kind. I was kind. Bye. See you tomorrow, maybe. Meatless Monday.